What is going on, Buff Nation? Out here at number 38 with DJ McKinney of the Colorado Buffaloes. Looking to talk a little CU Buffs football, part of an NIL situational deal here at number 38. You, of course, know that number 38 is our host for each and every Colorado Buffaloes football game throughout the course of the season. And DJ, my man, appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate you coming down. So tell me, what do you think of the spot? I saw you had some food earlier.
Man, I ain't never been down this part of Denver before. It's nice, like. And I was talking to like the partial owner and everything. It's real cool out here. It's a nice little vibe for sure.
So let me ask you this: you said that you haven't been down to Denver much. I'd imagine, had you been to Boulder before you ended up being a Buff? What was your familiarity like with Colorado?
Nah, I've never been to Colorado. I've never really been on this side of the U.S.
Really?
Yeah, until I got the call from Coach Prime and everybody, to come check it out and everything.
Right. So take me through that a little bit, because for obviously anyone that's watching out there, we all know what Colorado football is. Won a national championship back in the day, but the Coach Prime era, I feel like, is just this crazy influx of emotion and energy. Like, I remember when he got hired, I was freaking out. We got him on our magazine cover here at Mile High Sports. What was that process like for you to end up at Colorado?
Honestly, I really wasn't satisfied at my old school with how I was being used and everything. So, I was just, pondering on the idea of, entering the transfer portal. And then when I finally made the decision, they was one of the first schools to reach out to me, let me know they was interested and everything. They recruited me real good. They recruited my family. So, yeah, it was really one of the best decisions of my life, to come out here and everything.
Well, and you guys are off to a pretty good start this season, 4-1. I know you and I were chatting a little bit before we put the headphones on. Take me through that UCF game from your perspective, because you guys, the haters out there, the national media, I don't know, underdog, whatever it might be. But in my opinion, DJ, that was the cleanest game that I think I've seen you guys play this season. How'd you see it play out from your area?
Man, so it really all started, we had to go down there a couple of days early because of the hurricane. So, we had that mentality, we got to go down here and handle business, everybody on the media, they going to talk and everything, but we really don't be paying too much attention about that. We let people talk.
Right.
We just going to go out on the field and, show it. But, yeah, going out there 3 days earlier, the first practice day down there, we practiced on they little facility. So, we was, making sure we went through everything right. We was feeling good because we coming down from the elevation. So, our lungs opened up. We feeling good. We can breathe and everything. So that practice was just like real good, like extremely good. The coaches was loving what they were saying. Even the players were saying something, we got something. We in the right, mode for this game, this little home or away game. But yeah. So
home game for some. You guys have a lot of Florida boys on that roster.
That's kind of why I said home game. Because they call it the crib. All the Florida boys, they call it back at the crib. So they was happy to be back. They was pumped for that for sure. And then we had a whole bunch of like Colorado fans out there in Florida. Yeah, so it was turned.
Well, it's like Colorado's kind of become a national brand. Where it's like the point that I always make. I mean, you guys have been on national TV every week so far. I can't think of the last time that Alabama, Ohio State, all due respect to them, but like it really is like you guys are the center of the college football universe right now. I'm sure that I know that you guys are humble, right? You guys are staying locked in with everything, but
always.
To mention that Colorado fans are out, UCF, back in the Big 12, UCF first time in the Big 12. I'm sure it's been a scene just to see how much love there is for the Buffs across the country.
Oh yeah. Man, it's just spectacular, seeing everybody out there, especially that game for sure. That was amazing, because with that game, they were saying I didn't really know we was underdogs until they were saying that after the game, and everything. But we went into the game, like we got to play a balanced game, offense, defense, special teams got to all play collectively good together. So that was our mentality. But yeah, it was just amazing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I see you're rocking some of your merch
here.
Where can people check that out?
Oh, yeah, it's on my Instagram at d._.McKinney. It's a little link. It'll take you there. Got the Finesse Way merch on.
Yeah.
Nice little fabric, nice little quality and everything. But, yeah,
they look premium.
The merch. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sir.
How long you been doing the merch for?
Really, after the North Dakota State game, really. Yeah, so, not too long.
You got to capitalize on it, my man.
Got to.
No, I do a show on the Mile High Sports YouTube channel called The SCO Show. Mm-hmm. And like that was lit. My buddy went to see you. My producer over here went to see you. And I remember we all turned to each other after Prime got hired, and I was like, bro, we got to capitalize on this right now.
Yeah.
Like, you got to. And so it seems like you're taking a similar path.
That's that Prime effect.
Yeah, it absolutely. I didn't want to say it. He said it, but it is that Prime effect, man. I mean, it's just been incredible. So my folks live up north about 20, 30 minutes away from Boulder. And one day I'm like dropping the dog off because they're going out of town or whatever. And 30 minutes outside of Boulder, they're talking about like they're getting people coming into town to watch that game, and like the places are overfilled. So it's like I can't even tell you, bro. Like when you guys are playing, this venue is packed like shoulder to shoulder. It's must-watch TV.
That's what's up. That's crazy. I wish I could, see what it's like on game day, but I'm at the game, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
But just be in this type of atmosphere, watching the game. I want to kind of see what that's like. Know its turn.
I'd imagine you would tell. Obviously, you're from Texas. We were talking a little Texas high school football. I know that's about as intense as it gets at the youth level.
Yeah.
But to see, like, tell me about Folsom Field, because I can only imagine. Like, I've been there. I've covered games. I've seen some concerts at Folsom Field. But what is it like when you run out of that tunnel? You got Ralphie the Buffalo doing her thing, doing some laps around the field. You got the flat irons in the background. What's that dynamic like for you? How does that kind of pump you up for the game?
Man, it's just an amazing experience, just running out. First of all, you got the best to ever do it.
Yeah.
Deion Sanders leading you out. You're the first guy out there. Like, that's just amazing right there. But running out, seeing all the stands, everybody cheering, we coming out in our clean unis, man. It's an amazing experience. And then just getting that dub on Folsom Field is just ain't nothing more you can ask for, really.
Yeah, no, I could believe it, man. I mean, the energy. Like, here's how I put it. So I was in the building when the Denver Nuggets won the NBA Finals, and I would say, like, if that's here on the meter, last year and the games that I've seen this year is like on 15, bro. Like, not even on 10. It's like a whole nother level, and that's what you're saying. The Prime effect. I think y'all are the biggest story in college sports right now as well, and so the energy's got to be crazy. A couple football questions for you. So you guys get out, you beat North Dakota State. You mentioned you start the merch line and whatnot. Tough loss against Nebraska. But ever since that loss, DJ, you guys have been, in my opinion, I don't want to say a new team, but there's a little bit of you guys have tightened a lot of stuff up. I think defensive coordinator Robert Livingston has done a really good job of making adjustments as the game is played out. Offensive and defensive lines. Obviously, your linebacking core is incredible. But from your perspective, how have you seen this team evolve as the season's progressed?
I've seen it like this, like just we go out there. We know we got the right calls, we got the right personnel. We just got to go out there and attack it. Just have that dog mentality with everything we do. I feel like we kind of was like we didn't play a complete game, that Nebraska game, but we just practice, you just got to go into it and just like, man, we know what we got to do. We got the people, we got everything we need. We just got to
put it all together.
Yeah. And then from then on, you see it like trying to play a complete game of football on special teams, defense, offense, all that. Just put it all together. I feel like it's gonna take us a long way.
Absolutely. We are here at number 38 with Colorado Buffalo DJ McKinney. Really appreciate some of his time here. And talk to me a little bit, like you mentioned how, you were looking for a little bit of a change of scenery, NIL, right? That's a huge kind of implication. We were talking about how, way back when you guys wouldn't be able to do stuff like this. How from your perspective, but also maybe in the sport as a whole, how do you feel like NIL's maybe affected college football in a positive way?
I feel like it's affected college football in a positive way just by allowing players to, just kind of use it, like how would I put this? Use all their tools and resources,
their platform,
like just the platform, just be able to maximize every opportunity in this college football world and everything. Just maximize. Honestly, that's really how I would put it.
And I think it's about time. I mean, college football, the way that this whole dynamic's worked. I mean, it's. I feel like NFL is still top dog, and then it's college football not far behind when it comes to the sporting landscape. So it all makes sense. A couple more minutes here. Tell me some things that maybe you're working on with your game. How do you feel like you've improved from maybe last year to this year, and maybe the team as a whole as well?
I would say I've improved both mentally and physically. With my coaches being Coach Prime and Coach Mathis. Coach Mathis gives me more of that mental side. Understanding coverages and everything. Understanding the formations of the offense, and then Coach Prime brings me in and teaches me different techniques. Switch it up. You can't do the same thing. Like, you got different receivers. A receiver's not gonna do the same release. So why should you do the same little, press technique and everything? But I feel like coming here, like I said before, has been one of the best decisions of my life, honestly.
Yeah. And I gotta ask, man, like playing the position that you play with this guy as your coach.
Yep.
I mean, we're talking about one of, if not the greatest cornerback, the best cornerback of all time, according to DJ, and I agree with that as well. I mean, what is that like when he comes up to you, puts his arm on your shoulder, and it's like it's always, I can imagine, always a good thing to get advice from your coaches.
Yeah.
But when you look around and it's like, wait, that's Deion Sanders giving me advice about the position that he played and that he made famous in the NFL. What is that like for you?
Man, it just means so much. Like, because I'm a big knowledge and experience person, so the knowledge coming from him, and then being able to experience everything he does for us with this platform and everything, just it's amazing. Like the confidence that you get from him is just out of this world, really.
Yeah, no, I could imagine. So, all right, before we wrap up here, you guys are on the bye week. I'm assuming, well, you're out here, doing your thing here at number 38. But how you feeling about the rest of the season? You got a big matchup against Kansas State. Really impressive. I think a statement win is what I've been saying against UCF. But what's kind of the vibe around the team as you guys continue into the second half of the season?
We want to come off this bye week strong. Take every game as 1-0. Just worried about each little challenge in front of us, not getting too high in the highs, not getting too low in the low, but just playing our style of football.
Yeah, no, it's going to be exciting. Of course, guys, number 38 is our place to be, the place to be for all of your Colorado Buffaloes football games. And all right, kind of a fun one here before we get out of here. What's your favorite thing about Boulder?
My favorite thing about Boulder is the mountains. I love like that view is crazy. Like I'm from Texas, so everything is flat. I ain't never seen nothing like it's pretty. The mountains is beautiful.
Well, Coach Bill McCartney back in the day, who was the coach when Colorado won a national championship, obviously the rivalry between Nebraska, his big recruiting chip was always like, you want to go to Lincoln, Nebraska, or you want to come to Boulder, Colorado? And let me ask you this, like I'm sure you looked up pictures and stuff when you came on your visits and you were going to come check out the campus, but like, what was your first reaction where you're like, whoa, like I could play college football here, I could go to school here? I could imagine that it was a lot to take in.
Man, it's like I'm looking out the window. I'm like, that don't even look real. This look like a whole wallpaper, but man, it's beautiful. It's an experience for sure.
Yeah, no, it's exciting.
One of the best in college football, I feel like.
Hey, man, I play the game. Like I said, I've grown up going to the games as well. And, I mean, it is I think you're absolutely right. Like, I haven't been to too many college football stadiums and different arenas around the country, but I just think it's like a screensaver that you put on your laptop or on your phone.
Yeah.
With the way that the flat irons come down, the sunsets.
Man.
I mean, it's like pretty. Literally straight out of a movie, bro. So, love it. All right, man, one more time. Pump up your merch. Where can people follow you on social media? Let them know.
You can follow me on Instagram at d._.McKinney. Come get you some finesse way merch, man.
How'd you come up with that name?
Just that's how I kind of go about life, honestly. Finesse style, try to, be clever about stuff, use all your skills whenever you doing anything. Right. Like, man, you could be any profession. You can still do your job in a finesse way. Right. Your own little way.
I love that, man. I love that. Well, DJ McKinney of the Colorado Buffaloes, my man, if you're ever looking to get some promo, looking to get the word out there, you know where to find us here at My Life Sports. Man, appreciate a few minutes of your time, man.
Appreciate you.
Good luck to the rest of you guys on your season, my friend.
Appreciate that.